on, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Nigella Lawson is known for her relaxed, intimate cooking style, and she's a well-known author, food and lifestyle expert, and TV host. And this morning, she's here with us to show us some of her favorite holiday recipes that you can give as a gift.
Yeah, I think that's so nice to give food as a gift, or just give something you've made.
Right.
I mean, I often say to people, you know, it costs less, but it means more. And it's so much nicer than a store-bought present, and less stressful at home. And these are one of the things I like to give. I mean, I like to give to myself too, and I can have them in my own kitchen, but they're very nice in little packages or in a box. And it's the easiest thing to make, so that's your gift to yourself.
The cookies.
Which is you have just butter, cocoa, sugar, and flour and a few raising agents, and you just stir them together until you have this soft mess. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to put on some CSI gloves.
So it's just the flour that is just...
It's very soft. It's a sort of shortbread. I'm putting my gloves on. I'm only doing this now because I don't want to get... I'm worried about getting chocolate all over your dress.
You don't want to do that.
I don't mind my dress, but I'm worried about your dress.
My dress, okay.
And so you just really roll, and if you don't want to wear gloves, you just dip your hands into cold water. See, really, I should have done that anyway. So you just put, as if you were doing it here, sorry about that, and then when they bake, they turn into this.
They just flatten out a little bit.
Well, they flatten. You don't have to flatten them. They do it themselves. So no rolling, very easy, and you can get kids to help you. And then this is a similarly easy procedure.
Okay.
Because it's
now what do we have in there?
Powdered sugar, cocoa, water, vanilla, and you heat it up. It's incredibly liquid at first. Then after about 4 minutes, you have, let it cool a bit, and you have really what I call edible glue. Because the idea is, I like it going all over the place. I don't like it having that store-bought perfection. And then you just sprinkle little Christmas-coloured sprinkles.
And I would imagine if you got the kids involved, they would do all kinds of different things.
They would do all sorts of different things,
smiles,
and eat a lot of the sprinkles as well.
Of course.
But that's just kind of an easy thing to do.
And I absolutely agree with you with the whole thing about making these things. It comes from the heart, first of all, and like you said, I mean, you save a lot of money as well.
And it's less stressful because there's something about trying to find a place to park, thinking what shall I get, and then because you panic, you often buy things that maybe are too expensive, and then you embarrass the person you're giving to as well. And I think that if you give something you've made yourself, if the other person hasn't got anything for you, it doesn't matter really, because it's just a gift from the heart. But if you go to a shop and you buy something, I think then they feel awkward, and that's
awkward, and sometimes even obligated.
That's not the spirit of the season.
Absolutely.
And
what else do you have?
I have these, which are very easy, just really sugar cookies with a bit of ground ginger just for the season, with a bit of edible gold dust on top. And these are like mixed bar nuts, which have garam masala, which is a slightly curryish pepper, but you could use cayenne.
And you could just use any kind of nuts you would just throw in there?
Any nuts.
All right.
And then just with a butter and brown sugar. I put a bit of rosemary in because I kind of think that reminds me of the fir tree, so it's seasonal.
Very nice.
If you really don't want to cook even, you just get a jar, put some salt in it.
And it looks like sea salt. It's
like kosher salt you could put in. Star anise, some red peppercorns, very seasonal, and some red chili flakes. And
that's a great idea. I've never been thought of it. And it's pretty.
And it's lovely, and you can eat it at this time of year you put it on the table, on your holiday table.
Very nice.
And,
put a little bow on it, and you're good to go.
And the important thing, of course, is the holiday cocktail. That's a poinsettia. I mean, you have lots of lovely poinsettia here in the studio. And the poinsettia is fizzy white wine, some orange liqueur, and some cranberry juice. And
that sounds good. I see it right over there.
Yeah,
it's very tempting, but I'm going to resist.
Maybe a bit early in the morning.
It is a bit early. And then what do you have over here?
So these are my Christmas Rocky Road, and you can have them as a big dish like this in your own sideboard, or you can put them in little cellophane things like I put this brittle in. Aren't they? They're so cute.
What's in there?
I have a little red cherry. I don't see that. That's special
that's what
for Rudolph's nose. I've got some little mini marshmallows like for snow, and I have some Brazil nuts. And instead of the regular plain cookies, I've got amaretto cookies because that's like the seasonal treat. And then lots of powdered sugar on top.
And what do? You just mix it up?
You just put it in a saucepan, let everything melt. Well, the chocolate and the butter. Chocolate butter and a bit of syrup melt, and then you stir in the marshmallows, the nuts, the cookies, and that's it. Put in a little foil tray, and it sets in the refrigerator, and you can actually leave it in the tray and take it to someone as a gift in that tray. So all in all,
wonderful.
It's easy, but it does beg to be eaten
It
as
does
well.
beg to be eaten. I mean, it's really calling my name right now, so I'm really trying very hard to resist. And I know tomorrow you're going to be talking to us as well. She's going to be back, folks. I mean, if you can't get her one time, you got the double dose of Nigella. And you're going to be talking about the holidays and those leftovers and how we can kind of like make them into something special. So I can't wait for that. And you also have an antioxidant salad. But before we leave, I wanted to ask you, how did you get into cooking in the first place? Because I know you're a writer.
Yes,
did you start writing about food right away, or is it...
No, I wrote about all sorts of other things. Yeah. I was a literary journalist and I was an op-ed columnist. But I always loved cooking, and I suppose that I cooked a lot while I was writing about other things, and it helped me get my thoughts together. And I suppose I just love food. I love writing about it, and in the end you end up doing things that you really enjoy doing if you're very lucky in life, so I feel very blessed.
You are blessed, and you're also blessed with a beautiful physique, I must say.
How
do you do that?
Please.
How do you do it? How do you make all these wonderful treats and stay so beautiful?
I'm afraid it takes an awful lot of food to keep all this flesh here. If I ate less, I'd have less.
All right, let's just tell everybody where you're going to be. You're going to be at Liebman's,
yes,
right?
I am, from 7 till 9, signing books and meeting folks, and that'll be great.
All right.